Our second contestant, Jaime Valero, Albino Alligator. Albino Alligator, Jaime Valero.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. We were fishing one Saturday afternoon in the summer of '86. I and 3 other friends of mine, named Jamie, Johnny, and Johnny. We were known as the 4 J's. Jamie, the other Jamie, Padilla, he had long brown hair, curly and wavy. He was built like a young quarterback, kind of strong, stocky. Johnny Carlson, Johnny C. Carlson as we called him because it was easier to call the Johnnies by their last name. He was a blonde, young, good-looking guy, kind of wiry, tough. He had some older brothers that would pick on him, so he could stand his own. Then Johnny G, whose name was Gallegos because we call him by his last name. He had long black hair, and it wasn't long in the back, but it was long all the way around, far enough past his forehead, but not too far past his eyes. He also had some older brothers that would pick on him, and so he could stand his own. Not too big, but not too little. And then there's me, Jaime Valero. I was the scrawniest of the 4 of the bunch, the thinnest, smallest, weakest guy. But I also had long, curly, wavy brown hair. We were always together. We were inseparable. We were like 4 tires of an old Chevy. We were tough, and we was always together. We couldn't be one without the other. We went fishing to the trussels behind the Nissa sugar factory, and the water there is kind of rush. It goes by very fast, and we knew not to get into the water, for the current could grab you and pull you under. So we're there fishing. It was about 3 o'clock. We're got our poles in there, and there just seems to be no bites. Now we've gone there before, and we've caught plenty of fish, nice catfish, some nice bass, and so we were hoping that that day we would catch, you know, a few fish for us to take home and fry and eat later on. As we were there, and we waited about 2-3 hours and just no bites, and so we decided to call it a day. We didn't know why we weren't catching any fish, but you know, hey, it just goes that way sometimes. So as we reel in our fishing poles and we're getting ready, we start to kind of horse around as youths usually do, teenage boys. We start pushing each other, we start wrestling around, but we never get too close to the water because, like I said, we're afraid of the water and stuff because we knew how dangerous it was. We did not notice this log. It looked like a log, small enough, maybe about a small 4-year-old child. It was coming down the river, really slow, steady like, coming to the bank. We didn't really pay too much attention to it because we were having fun. Hey, we're youth. We're playing around, wrestling and stuff. Now, me being the smallest, the other guys could pick me up and just throw me and toss me around like a rag doll. And so I kept getting pushed away and stuff, and I would get close to the embankment, but never too far in the water. All of a sudden, something grabbed me by the back of my head and just yanked me back. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Help! My friends are looking at me and they're like, hey, there's an alligator on the back of your head. I'm like, what? I'm like shocked, don't know what to do. Like, get it off, mommy! Yeah, I was scared. So let me tell you, those guys grabbed me by the arm and they're pulling me out away from the water. Johnny and Johnny grab a hold of that alligator and they're pulling on it, trying to get it off my head, and my head's just going back and back and it's hurting. I'm like, no, stop, that hurts. So I tell them, grab a stick and try to beat it off. So somebody grabs a stick, starts swinging at that alligator, and they're just trying to hit it off the back of my head. No luck. In the panic and in the rush, And it must have been like I drank 10 Red Bulls. I take off running. I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. So I'm running up and down the road. There's alligators in the back of me. These guys are trying to catch me. Now, normally, like I said, they're bigger than me. They're quicker, tougher. They would catch me in a heartbeat. But not that day. I tell you, I must have had adrenaline going, and I was running and running like Flash Gordon. Just choom, 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 back and forth, up and down the road. Finally, I told the guys, grab a hold of my arm and swing me around. Maybe the force will make the alligator let go. So I'm running. Jamie grabs me by my arm, and then he starts swinging me around and around like merry-go-round, and all of a sudden that alligator lets go and starts flying around. Where it landed, where it went, I have no idea, nor do I care. But we think about it every now and then when we get together, me and the guys, and we just laugh and laugh. Because that was an adventure we would never forget in the summer of '86. Thank you.